all that stuff is just a reflection of what's going on with people right now. Their state of being, for the most part, the collective is like, we have issues, we have trust issues, and all this other stuff of like, you know, AI is not going to work, or these political parties. Like, it's always something's going wrong in the world. And even I talked to Ari Sipes, not Ari D&D, other Ari, and he came into the bakery and super quick chat, and I was like, "Hey, how's 2024 going?" And he's like, "Well, me would be fine. So far everything's been good, but if you think about the rest of the world." And I'm like, "Why? Why?" Like, so how is your month? Like, have you talked, like, your neighbors okay, your family good, your friends, like, all the other stuff? But he's like mentally occupied of like, there's things going wrong. He can't find anything wrong in his own life, but his state of being is one that thinks there's going wrong. So he's got to find it elsewhere. Unfortunately, the internet is a great resource for that. So he'd be having a great time of his life if he wasn't like just busy watching the internet and on the news and like getting suckered into it. But it's showing him that he's got something wrong with him because there's nothing wrong.
Well, then that's a paradox right there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, very much. Yeah, and yeah, as soon as that quality shifts as a collective, pretty much all the bad things in the world will naturally just subside hilariously. It's gonna be so funny when I like, we're no longer in a state where we don't like the what something in the country next to us does or something, so we don't go invade and murder them all. Like, that was only 100 years ago when people did that on a mass scale, and now we don't do that. That's a huge qualitative flip, and there's been thousands of those, and it's happening all the time. So like, whatever's going to come in the next 10 years, I think it's going to be such massive qualitative flips that people can't even fathom like we mentioned, how people can imagine the end of the world easier than they can imagine the end of capitalism. People can't imagine a world that doesn't have the concept of things like poverty and war and all that. But that's just right around the corner at any moment. Like, ask any 5-year-old, how do we do it? They'll be like, oh, somebody's hungry, give them food. Like, want it right around the corner, and that quality will flip, and then ta-da, that easy.
We'll see.
We'll see. Who knows if it'll be in this lifetime, next lifetime? Who knows how many lifetimes we've had? How many times that flip has happened, and then we flip back in another direction, be like, I need more context to learn these other lessons. So let's have something else happen that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have this other great thing happen, but be so occupied with how much this other thing that we have a problem with because of our mental problems. So we're not going to enjoy that thing.
We have
Religion. Yeah.
our time's almost up here. So
That's gonna say the like religion tells everybody like peace, love, be kind to your neighbor, and all this other stuff. It gives you like all the things, like just the basic lessons of life on how to be happy and peaceful and all of the things. And then it's like, okay, we're gonna ignore that part and push it on everybody and fight and it's like, it's perfect. Everything's right there. It's all right there for us. We do it wrong. Yeah, wrong.